Hello and welcome to another video from me, Rough Swordsman Wargamer. It's part 2 of a playthrough of Space Infantry Federation, published by those good people at Lock and Load Publishing and designed by Nathan Hansen. In the last video, we saw things starting to happen. We've got mutants mobilizing because they got a little bit annoyed because we built a base in their territory. The Chthonians are starting to get a bit concerned, so they've launched their scouts. Mind you, the mercenaries are starting to push forward. So, let's see what happens this time. If you remember, we left it where we had our Federation token here turn up. So, without further ado, let's get over to the resource board. We can now throw 3 dice because of these 3 little icons here, and we can throw them twice. So 3 dice. Oh, hold on. We can put 2 here. Remember, they've got to be the same if we throw a double. So let's have, we've only got 1 left. Let's have a couple of build then for those. And here we'll have, we haven't had one of these yet. Diplomacy. Put that there. But we can throw them again. Oh dear. Well, that 6 isn't any good because they're full up now. I've got a 3. That's no good. And a 5. Yeah, 3's already occupied. 5. Let's pop that there then. Okay, they move down. And these are all build tokens. So I think we'll build another ship here. So that's that gone. I think we'll upgrade this base. And with our last build, let's upgrade the Sol base. There we go. That's it. Back to the political board. So this one goes back in the bag. We move those up. This moves in, and it is an advance for the mutants. However, they can't use it. Oh, here's a spawn for the mercenaries. So out they come again. Unfortunately, if you remember from last time, they've got this extra advance. So they can all advance 1. Not looking good. No sign of our tokens yet. That's an advance for the cybers, but they're still okay with us. So nothing happening there. Oh, hello. There we go. Oh, it's that one again. Lovely. Flesh Eaters, press. They can use it. And if they had any fleets out, they would be able to sort of advance towards Sol. They haven't got any, but unfortunately in the rules it says if none of this race's fleets are in play, this effect is instead treated as a spawn effect. Oh dear. So out they come. Next we've got border friction for the Chthonians. And if we have a base in that alien's territory, they lower their war effort. But we don't, so that's ignored. Oh dear. Here's a universal token up there. And that is an alien war event. So, an alien war event means we have to first check to see if any of the factions are at war, which they're not. If they were, we then check the central map to see if we have any bases in those warring factions' territory. If we do, one of those bases would take a hit, I suppose, because they're at war, we're in the way, our bases get damaged. However, if there's no such base, we have to increase Sol's expansion desire. So, oh crikey, we're up now to 1. As I said in the first video, if this gets pushed up again, it will then push down the stability track. We're not finished yet. It says, when we've done that, complete a random event. Up there. We're going to pick one of these, so we'll just give them a little mix up again, so we don't know which is what. There we are, and we'll pick this one, and it is Foreign Relations. Excuse my arm. We now throw a die. 3. Research Alliance. So what we do now, we throw another die and see which factions are going to form that alliance. 5. We'll show you in a sec, but that is going to be between the Flesh Eaters and the Cybers. So they have now gone to alliance. The fact that it's a research alliance, I think, doesn't concern us at the moment. The only important thing is that those two factions are now in alliance. If we get to roll on this one again, because there are a couple of these, I think, over here, because they are already in alliance, we will get an alliance overage, and depending if it's a diplomatic, military or research alliance, then something else will happen. So that's that. Back to the political board. So why do I know it's the Flesh Eaters and the Cybers? Well, around the politics part of the board, we can see these little dice icons. We threw a 5, and here's 5. So it's between the Flesh Eaters and the Cybers, who are now going to alliance. If we'd have thrown, for instance, a 1, you can see there's a 1 here and a 1 here, both of those pairs of factions would have gone into alliance. But no, there's only 1 5, so that's it. Things are starting to happen. Right. Oh dear. We're going to be shifting all over the place again because, if you remember from the last video, we had a similar token to this. This is another universal token. This time it's concerning scouts, and it's the fast scouts token. We have to check to see if any alien race has got the fast scout technology, and they haven't, but it defaults to a random event, so we're back up here again. Here we go, another little mix up just so everything's above board. And we'll have this one. Oops. Oh, military. I like the sound of that. Roll a die. Oh dear. Due to some mishap back home on Sol, it would appear we have lost some of our fleet. So we've got to move up one on the losses track. It's not looking good. So here we are. So that moves up one space. Dear, oh dear. But thankfully, the next token is one of ours, and we can go back over to the resource board and throw our dice twice. So once again, 3 dice, and we can throw them twice. Another 6 again. 2 and a 1. Right, let's have a build. Another build here, I think. And some more research, why not? There we go. Now they move down. Okay, oh, just move those along. So we've got a maneuver and a build. Well, let's be cheeky and use our maneuver to move here, and our build to turn that into another base. And remember, this time to bring everything across. Oh, I hope you didn't see that. Right, there we go. We've used all our resources, so back to the political board. Pop these back. Oh, another random event coming up. Press for the mutants. But we do have a base in their territory, so their war effort is lowered by 1 again. Oh dear, oh dear. They're at war with us, and I forgot to move down the Flesh Eaters' war effort by 1 because we built a base and we're 1 space away from Sol, so sorry about that. So they're down to Cold War with us. Oh, one of ours. But we have agreed, so that, if you remember, moves down the I can get it in focus. There we go. Moves down the mercenaries' war effort towards total war, but they are already at total war, and because of that, they get an advance. So all their fleets move. There we are. Oops. Technology. Technology for the flesh eaters. And they can use it now. So what I do is pop those into a little pot. We're going to pick one. And they get fast advance. Oh no. That means that all flesh eater fleets will now advance 2 spaces towards Sol when they get an advance result from one of these activation tokens. But that won't actually apply, I don't think, yet. But anyway, there we go. Their first technology. Spawn! It's all happening. So on they come. Here we go. Aha! Random event. Yep, back up there. So let's give him another mix up. And let's have that one. Oh, that's economy. That's an advanced resource track. So we can move our resources down. One on the track, which will be great. I'll just do that. We'll be looking at that in a moment. So that's not bad at all. And once again, it's one of our tokens. Right, over to the resource board. But before I do that, I forgot to put those back. There we are. So if you remember, the resources were moved down because of what happened up at the event board. And we've got one waiting already, so we'll move that across. And actually, I think technically we should put those there. There we go. So we're going to throw, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's just reminded me, because we've got this extra base, I should have reset the desire track to 0. We'll do that when we go back. So we're throwing 1, 2, 3, 4 dice this time. Only the once though. Here we go. It's not good at all. 6, 6, and 2 2s. Dear oh dear. Well, those are no good. And for our 2s, yeah, let's have a couple of more build. As I say, you will play this completely different. There we go. Now they move down. Oops, 2 there. There we are. These come across. And straight away I'm going to put that up there. That releases this column now, we've got a research, which I think we'll use. And we can either turn over that one and place it here, or advance those along the track. I think we'll do that. So let's move them up there for a minute. We're going to throw a die and see what happens for each one. So for this one, we get a 2, and that's just advancing the 1, so that goes here. And this one, 6. Oh, 2. 1, 2, that goes there. They're off. So I'm going to build another spaceship. No, did that wrong. Can't use those to build. They're maneuvers. So I think that's it. Can't do anything with those. So as I said, because of that base we built in the Flesh Eaters territory, this will now go back to 0. We put these back in the bag. Move along. Oh dear. Right. It's an advance for the mercenaries. So they can move along one. But because of that, they can move again. Oh dear, they're getting a bit near. Advance for the Chthonians. I'll get that in folk. There we are. But they're still at peace with us, surprisingly. So they can't use that. Oh, looks like we might have some combat coming up. This, another universal token, is Galactic Conflict. And it's the first time we're going to use this handout, and we're going to roll on this and see what happens. Two. Military alliance. Let's see who's going into alliance. 1. That's both the Chthonians and the mutants and the flesh eaters and the cybers because of this little one here. So they're going into alliance. Now this mercenary icon there means that because the Chthonians and the mutants have formed an alliance, the mercenaries get the wobbles. And because of that, they will move back up 1 space to war with us. However, the flesh eaters and the cybers already have an alliance, and so there is an alliance overage, and it was a military alliance, and that means both races make an immediate advance but ignore the war effort requirement. This is bad news because the flesh eaters are now moving up, but because the cybers haven't got any fleets out, and this military alliance ignores the war effort requirement, it turns into a spawn. And these come out here. Normally they would have to be at war or total war, but in this case it says ignore the war and total war requirement. Not good at all. Next. I should have picked the easy mode. Still nothing for us. This is a press for the Chthonians. Goes from bad to worse. So all fleets of this alien race move towards Sol. So they're on here. There are no stacking limitations because it's outer space. Still nothing. And this is a mercenary greed. So they move back down to total war. Luckily, they don't move across because that applies next time. But oh dear, they've got one coming up. No, that's a spawn. I've just done this wrong. I've just realised. Let's move that back up. That's a spawn. And they can use that, of course. So they're bringing out this one. And luckily, they don't have a plus advance there. Sorry about that. That one's agreed coming up. Aha, at last. But a -1. Fast raiders again. Anybody have the fast raider technology? No. Random event. There's only a couple left. That one. Oh, it's another foreign relations. Six. Failed alliance. We'll roll a die and see which factions are involved. 3. That would be the Chthonians and the mutants. And they do have an alliance. And I assumed by that failed alliance, it goes back to neutral. So we'll have a look at that. So the Chthonians and the mutants were at alliance. They're now back to neutral. I assume that's what it means. Oh. So this one is agreed for the mercenaries. So they will move down, back to total war. This one is, of course, a spawn for the Chthonians. But no, they can't use it, of course. Border friction. Whoops, cybers. We don't have a base in the cybers territory, so nothing happens, thank goodness. Right, at last. We have our Federation token. -1 though. Once again, we can throw 4 dice, but they will be at a -1. So we've got a 4 that becomes a 3. Another one that becomes a 3. A 2. And a 4. So I think we'll just keep putting on. Should we put 2? No, we've got 2 there, haven't we? Let's put a build there. Excuse my arm, a couple of maneuvers there. And I think another. Yeah, I'm going to have only one there, isn't it? Another espionage. Right, down they come. So just the diplomacy. One of the things we can do with that is to establish an embassy. I think we'll do that. We'll show you that when we go back. But for now, we can't do anything. These are only move. Waiting for these builds to come down. We're in a bit of a pickle. Right, back we go. So this establishing an embassy, this is going to go on the war effort and is hopefully going to impede one of these from coming down. But you have to have an empty space below that faction, so we couldn't do it, for instance, to the mercenaries. But I'm going to put it here, establish an embassy here. So if the mutants try to move down to total war, that's in the way and it's got to be contested. And depending on the die roll, will tell us whether or not they are successful. And on a 5 or 6, they are unsuccessful and the embassy remains there. On a 3 to 4, the embassy gets removed, but they won't move down. But we throw a 1 or 2, that will get removed and they will move down. So we'll see if that happens later. Okay, back in the bag. Move these up. Oh, technology. So, spawn for the mercenaries, who are now back at total war, but they can't spawn anymore because their fleet is all out on their tracks. So instead, it's treated as a tech. Oh, so we'll take those, pop them in the old cup, and they get that fast scouts. And that goes there. And we'll pop those there. Excuse my arm once more. Oh. That's the good thing about this game as well, because it's random. Best laid plans, etc., etc. Right, we've got a border friction for the Chthonians. We don't have a base. But here's a border friction for the Flesh Eaters. And we do have a base. So their war effort comes down another one to mobilise. Oh dear. Spawn for the mutants. And of course, they can use that. So out it comes. Ah, but the Flesh Eaters. Technology. they can use it. So once again, into the pot. Oh no, this is a durability enhancement. All the Flesh Eaters' fleets now require one additional hit to destroy them. And we pop those back. Oh dear. We know what this is. Random event. There's one left. Let's go and see what it is. It is. Oh. Another military. That's it, they're all gone. What have we got this time? 3. Oh dear, oh dear. Faction, spawn, advance, invasion fleet. So we've now got to throw a die and see which faction it is. 4. So it's the Chthonians. So they're going to be spawning another ship. So now these have all been used. We can take them off. I'll give them a little shuffle in my hand. And we'll put them down and mix them up again when we get back here. There we are. There's the other 2. Right. So the Chthonians are spawning. I think I might have had them round the wrong way. I just noticed, just moved them back. So this one's coming out. There we go. Another spawn for the mutants. That focusing, there we go. They're all on the same space. Let's put them round this way. There we go. Oh, look, I've only just put them back. We're back for another random event. So here we are, so we're going to give them a mix up. Oh, this is turning them over. Careful. Right, and we'll just pick that one. And we've got, oh, the old foreign relations. What have we got this time? 6. Failed alliance. Another one of those. We need a 1 or a 5, I think. 4. No. That's the mutants and the cybers, and they are neutral to each other, so nothing happens there. We're throwing our dice twice. It's back to the resource board. Okay, 4 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, yep. But before we do that, I forgot something to do with the mercenaries. Because of their spawn, which they turned into a tech, they should have advanced as well. So I'm going to do that now. Oh dear. Right. 4 dice twice. Oh, that's a 1, isn't it? So 1, excuse me, and 2 5s. So what have we got? They've got to be the same. So what have we got 2 of? I think we've only got 2 research, so we'll put those there. We'll have another one of those, I think. And espionage, yeah, we'll have an espionage. Right, and again. So we've got a 5. That's no good. A couple of 4s. And a 2. Well, that, as I say, is no good. We can only put one thing there. What are we going to put? Put that there. And we can only use one. Let's put that there. So we've got left, look. Okay, now they move down. So I think with this build, we're going to build one of our ships. Pop that there. Then we're going to move it. Let's go for broke. Here. Or here. We haven't got a base here yet. Well, no, let's not upset them yet. We'll pop that there. And we'll use this to build an embassy on the Flesh Eaters track. Could move here, but no, it's in the bank. We'll wait for this build to come down. Right, I think that's it. Okay, I think we'll leave it there. The video is long enough, I feel. What we'll do is we'll just prepare for the next time. We'll put these back in the bag. Give it a shake up, move it along. And see what we're getting. We're all ready for next time. Well, I hope I played that okay. I'm sure you'll let me know if I missed any mistakes that I haven't picked up already. But there we go. We've got 3 bases. Next turn, hopefully we can get the 4th base up. But look here. The mercenaries are encroaching on Sol. We might have to build a ship to defend. So we'll see how that goes. So this has been part 2 of a playthrough of Space Infantry Federation, published by Lock and Load Publishing and designed by Nathan Hansen. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, and you haven't done so already, I know I say it every time, but it really does help if you would consider subscribing to the channel. Also of great help is liking the video. And if you want to be informed of other content the channel uploads, push the bell. Leave a comment. Now you've seen a couple of videos of the playthrough, what do you think? Let me know. I love to read them. Thanks as always to my subscribers. Thank you very much. And one last thing. If you want to support the channel a little bit further, well, now you can. You can buy the channel a coffee. And all those coffees fuel the channel to enable it to upload new content. If you want to find out a bit more about that, I'll leave a link in the description, and thank you. So, until next time, as always, you take care and goodbye.